Hey, welcome back to Pete Plays. We did it. We're back to Dragon Quest VI. It's been a while. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks. We did Frogist. We did some videos in the can. We did some. I am just overwhelmed and don't know how to catch up in Dragon Quest. But we're here. But also, I don't know where here is. So we're in a cave. I don't even really know which direction we're going. Okay. Well, let's... What's the place we want to go to? Holstock. That's really stupid. Okay. Doesn't somebody have a map reader about building or cave? I spent 2 magic points for that? Woof. Oh, outside. Escape cave or building. Okay. So we lost our prince. And basically I don't want to have to replay like the whole... Wait, I want to go back. Tactixio, do your best. Fight! I don't want to have to replay the whole episode that I did last time, but also it's been a while. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I went back and I kind of scrubbed through the last episode to remember, and it turns out I died. And I needed to grind a little bit. Got some scratchy throat. Yeah, I just needed to grind it out a little bit. Let's just fight. So, I probably what I'm going to end up doing in this episode is just putting in some grind time. Let's see, seeing if I can't get a couple levels up. I apparently forgot to save when I died, and it would have been nice to have that. Is this Holstock? That's what I want, right? Isn't there a town? There's a little town that he runs to, I thought. And we have to find him in the hay, in the stable. There it is. Man, sorry about that. We're just gonna keep doing our best here, because probably what we're gonna do is just walk around, and I'm just gonna do sort of a catch-up and maybe a bit of a post-mortem on Frogist. Boy, Frogist was fun, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it. Okay, this is where that is. I don't think it's really important that I get the prince right now, if I'm just gonna kind of be grinding it out. So we'll just kind of wander around here and see what kind of stuff there is. Ooh, the dancing jewels. Dancing jewels. Not that much experience, but I did get cash. Man, Frogist was fun for me. One thing that I am sort of learning might be the right word. Why did they get so weak all of a sudden? Okay, so I don't want to go north. That's nothing. So here's the update on my PhD situation. I know this seems like a weird direction to go here, but basically, I'm still working on finishing. I have one more round of edits, hopefully. Goodness me. And then hopefully I'll defend. And I, at least for another semester, I'm doing the adjunct thing. I didn't get any jobs again this time around, but basically I think I want to give it one try being on the market, like with, you know, my PhD in hand. Apparently that's a big game changer. I don't know why it would be, because the difference between like the moment after you defend your dissertation and, you know, the 2 weeks before you defend your dissertation are like, there's no difference, right? But I guess it just like looks different, and that kind of maybe speaks to the power of perception, or maybe speaks to people's bias about what it means to be, you know, ABD. Oof. Ouch. Oh no. Somebody might die. Well. Bye. Okay. Well, Muriel's dead. Goodbye. Huh. Gonna have to go back to, gonna have to go back to Heel Town. Can this guy just die, please? This is why grinding is tough. Alright, back to Heel Town. Carrying a coffin around. Where's the Le Stable? There it is. Pretty sure there's, churchy time here. I would hope there would be. Is there like a small churchy time? Hello, church? No, that's an old bad. A sick old bad. Sleeping in bed. Oh, wait, is she in here? Yes! The sign of the cross above the door. I welcome all children of the world, except for dead people. Oh, powers above, please return breath to Muriel. Well, so you didn't need the money at all. You could have just prayed. $579. Oh my goodness. Needs 5,000. 6,000. Okay, so we want to get about 6,000, because that'll be everybody up one level. Let's stay the night. Which is probably going to be 30 to 35 battles. We can do that. We can do that for sure. So, anyway. No PhD yet. Honestly, I was like pretty bummed when my advisor was like, let's do another round. And it's not... It's one of those things where, you know, he wants it to be really good because he's got to sort of like sign off on it. And he just thought it could use the work. I'm kind of tired of it. I'm still, like, it's a... Barbara's dead. Oh, she's not dead. That's nice. Well, it didn't work. There we go. I would love... Why is Barbara in this fight and not Hassan? It's kind of weird. I think it was because he got like blown out of the battle or whatever. Boy, this is awful, huh? Okay, get out of here. Boy, he's just gonna keep going, huh? Please be dead. Please be gone. Thank you. 270. Yeah, it's gonna take several. Tactics. Order. Bran, Chamorro, Hassan, Muriel. Okay. Don't want Barbara right now. She's so squishy. It's just rough that she started so far behind everybody else. So I gotta finish the dissertation, which means I gotta go through one more round of edits. And let me tell you, it is really hard to do a dissertation and work and have family. And I don't mean that as like, oh, poor me. Like, I just mean like, think about people you know that may have done something like that, or may have like done med school, or I would love for this to stop happening. There we go. Can any of you perish, please? There we go. Maybe. No. That guy's got to be gone for sure. Okay, better. Yeah, think about anybody who went through that. Muriel's dead. I'm really, really tired of that. Got like 400. Nice Brentagram. Got to bring back Muriel. She's dead. Oh no. Yeah, it's just a whole lot. So, anyway, working on that, and there's plenty of work. I work for 5 different institutions of higher learning. And maybe that sounds cool, but if you don't know, not ideal. The goal is really to work for one and maybe moonlight at a second. Like some people do that just to make a little like extra. Who do you think is to be revived? The dead one. I'm not making any gold because I'm spending it all and bringing Muriel back to life. Dumb. So like I've got work, I'm doing okay like money wise, and that's fine, but the goal is like I want one job with insurance that gives me health insurance. I think I should have stayed at the inn. That was boy. And that is just enough to. It's just enough, right? Yeah, it can be tough. Like trying to work for a bunch of different places. Because basically I have to keep straight like all of the different deadlines. They all work on different semesters. They start at different times. I have I have 3 courses at 2 different places that work on the sort of like normal fall semester schedule, but one is like a late 12-week start. So basically the semester is like 15 weeks. They just start as if it were a 12-week semester. So they start in September, but one of them is an 8-week online course because it only goes half of the fall semester. It's super messed up. And then, I have another class that goes on 5-week terms, another class that goes on 8-week terms, and then another, it's one class. Technically, I have 5 classes, so I have like about 110 students in that one, but I really only grade for that, and that runs on 11-week terms. So that's the life of an academic who doesn't have like the traditional full-time job that people tend to think of when you think about like, oh, I'm a college professor. And it's weird to, like, if we were in Australia or Great Britain, or France has a different way of talking about this, but in Great Britain and Australia, I would be able to say I'm an instructor, and that would make sense, right? People would know, like, oh, he teaches college students, but doesn't have like a full-time gig, right? Or they also, they have like a level of professor that are just for teaching, right? As opposed to like people who do research but only teach a little bit. That was never my goal anyway, but I also think that's a stupid way to do academia, at least in the liberal arts. Like, I think if you're in the liberal arts and you are a bad teacher, or at least you haven't put work into trying to develop the skills that will help you pass on. He just picked up a rock. Hit it with a rock. To pass on those skills to like high-level learners. I don't know what the heck you're doing. I think it is really cool to study stuff for its own sake, but if you don't know how to pass that on to other people in a way that is more sort of accessible than just like your average academic journal or like fancy book, I don't know, what are you doing, right? I think it's different than like someone who does like geophysics and just does research, right? Because they're doing research on products. Well, they may be doing research on products. They're doing research on projects that like the goal is for it to have really significant real world applications for which there is an infrastructural pipeline to get those things applied, right? Like, I knew a gal when I lived in LA who had her master's in chemistry and specifically focused on like interactions of enzymes in the colon, right? And now I don't know if she's still there, but like the last time we talked about her job, which was a long time ago, now we're just like Instagram friends, and I just watch her and her like really adorable boyfriend just like hang out and have a great time. Like, they're really sweet people. But the last time she and I had a conversation about like work was she was working in a lab where they study gut health. And the goal of better understanding the kinds of situations, like chemically, that lead to good health for your digestion. Like, that's a really fascinating, and not just fascinating, but like immediately applicable kind of research. I don't think Alyssa is the kind of person that would want to like teach intro to chemistry, right? And I don't think that's a problem, because that's not what she's doing. She's trying to like help people learn how to give you less diet when you eat bad food, right? Like, there's something happening there that has like an immediate influence on society. Did I just knock a paper down? I don't know. I thought I heard paper. Paper. Temperature. Boy, wow. No one knows what that is. This is a brief aside. When I was in high school, there was a guy named Matt Hudspeth, and we called him Barnesy. Or Barnes. He was a super goofy, weird, funny dude, good at the sports. Pretty nice guy. He was funny. But he was also like, he was the kind of guy that, like, when Anchorman got big, he just quoted Anchorman all the time. And one time in chemistry class, he just kept saying temperature. That's it. That's the story. Anyway, imagine you study like 19th century Victorian literature, right? I think that is a genuine, like, good in and of itself. And I think it is also true at the same time that doing a genuine good in and of itself does not automatically satisfy what I think is a sort of like social obligation to bring something to the social order. I think that you construct all of these social institutions with the understanding that, like, your participation in it requires a duty of you based on what you bring to that social order. And that's why everybody's like, oh, there we go. That's why everybody's responsibility is different. Right? Like, not everybody can bring the same thing, but I think that if you have like a really advanced knowledge of how to read and analyze text and appreciate things from different eras in ways that enlighten the present moment, the way that you would hope someone who is an expert in Victorian literature would, that they would have a method of bringing that awareness and that process of learning and analyzing and thinking critically and thoughtfully, that they would have a way to bring that to people. Right? I don't think anymore that is achieved by just publishing academically. And I don't think that means that you have to necessarily be a teacher, but that certainly does seem like a pretty good way of doing it, right? Everybody got to take an English class in college, and not because, oh boy, Ariel, hang in there. Oh, okay, she's not dead. It missed. Oh yes, Trimping blown. Excellent. Really tired of that. So, I think that only 180 for that? That's some boo-boo. Maybe there are other ways to do that. Like, maybe that person, has other ways that they give back, and maybe it's not in that realm. But, like, in my experience, not usually how it works. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like a research position for a thing that is good in and of itself, but that doesn't have a way to like delocalize that good, right? That good is like right there on the person enjoying the good, right? And that is thumbs up. But when that good can't be diffused, I think it's a lost opportunity. And look, if we were all just Simon and Garfunkel, I am a rock, I am an island, I don't matter to anybody else, like the libertarian dream, I think that would be fine. But that's not how the world works. Why are we using fire on things called fire breath, dudes? Somebody's gonna die. Can we get rid of him? Okay, that one's gone. Now we may have a little bit of a chance. Why would you attack? You're gonna die. Oh, okay. That wasn't a very good... We must be nearly out of magic, huh? There we go. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Nope, that's not at all what I meant to do. Let's heal up here. Well, at least I haven't died recently. And by that I mean, like, one of my characters hasn't died. So anyway, all that to say, I'm trying to find a job where I feel like I am putting back out into sort of my social atmosphere things that I benefited from, in a way that is approachable and accessible to as many people as possible. And that's why I really like teaching. That's why I like to teach ethics. I'm actually working right now on trying to get qualification from the what's it called? Illinois Community College Advisory Board or something like that, to teach writing and composition. So I'm just, one, I want, what am I doing? One, I want a job, right? But two, like, I really want a job that, like, maximizes my ability to diffuse the things I've already learned back out into other people. I think that's what a lot of folks my age especially, we really don't enjoy doing jobs that feel like they are just endlessly and pointlessly recursive, right? And okay, it changes my order. Huh. That's very, very odd. But also I think that, like, people my age were sort of, like, told that we could do that. Like, your calling is the place where your deep passion and the world's deep need meet, or whatever. Like, that sounds kind of cringy now, but also, like, that's all I was ever told from the age of, like, 6 months to 22 years. And then I graduated college and there was a huge recession, and it was like, well, if you don't have money, you either live with your parents or die. So it was kind of rough. Oh, tomorrow throwing rocks again like a jerk. Yeah, that's a good idea. Throw rocks at the ghost dude. You know what I just realized? I don't think he's a ghost. I think they are trying to draw them as, like, sitting cross-legged or sitting in a lotus position or something like that. I can't exactly tell, but it's like they got bendy legs. Interessante pregante. Alright, defeat those wind mages. Zazu. Let's check our levels here. Did everybody level up? I don't know. Zabazibazoo. Experience needed. Okay. Okay. Brantley leveled up. Chamorro is about to level up. Hassan leveled up. Muriel needs another 1100. Barbara leveled up. Okay. Let's get that 1100 more. Let's do it. That should be maybe like 4 more battles. About 4. Oh, that's not. Okay, there we go. So I don't know. It's tough to. There's a lot of navigating what you're doing and whether it meets a need, right? Sometimes I feel really kind of about some of the online teaching I do, because it doesn't feel like I'm really teaching. It feels like sometimes it feels like I'm just grading AI essays, and because there's no way to like prove that it wasn't written by a person yet, I just have to like turn a blind eye to the very obvious like epistemic likelihood that it was written by AI, and sort of acquiesce to the legal inability to demonstrate that. And just that just feels bad sometimes. But you know, you do your best, and I try to keep a positive spin on it, because you know what, there are some people that are getting something really meaningful and important out of their online learning experience, and even people who are just submitting essays that ChatGPT wrote for them. You know what, maybe they really need this degree so they can get a raise, so they can send their kid to college, or so they can afford, you know, their parents' kidney dialysis, or whatever, right? Like it's a really big, complicated web of trying to figure out the like what good could actually come of it. This is why I think that utilitarianism is more of a like support ethical theory, because you can use it to help yourself be the kind of person that is encouraged to do good things, or that is encouraged to do things that like benefit others, because you have to kind of like weigh the likelihood that some good is going to come from what you do. And if you don't have a process of suspecting, even in the absence of evidence, that your actions are going to result in some good, like you're gonna lose hope. So I think utilitarianism, in a way, is combined with virtue ethics, is a way to cultivate hope about the possible beneficial effects of your. Nice. Maybe one more. One or two more. We'll get that last level up for Muriel. Yeah, it's tough world out there. Everybody's doing their best. Most people are doing their best. Most of the people you're going to run into are doing their best. I think there are some people who are doing their best to be awful. And I think those people should stop doing that. And if they don't want to stop doing that, then they should go to another planet and do it. Maybe a planet like Jupiter, where the gravity is very intense and there's a huge storm all the time. Who knows? Maybe their bootstraps trickle-down economics can stop the storm in the eye of Jupiter or something. Yes! Finally, we've done it. Everybody's leveled up one. That is good. It's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay at the inn, and then we're gonna. Excuse me. And then we're gonna call it for next time on PetePlays. And we'll try going through this cavern again. And see if we can't defeat the monster of the. I don't know. We got to do something so that this kid is like passes his trial, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see you next time on PetePlays. Bye.
You said, "Hi, welcome to PetePlays."
Hi, welcome to the authoritarian takeover of PetePlays.
What everyone does in the face of attack, endlessly spin the ship.
Hey, remember when one shark attacked me?
Up from the grave he rose!
Thanks for the coins. Here's my poster.
The name is Ramen Flowbottom.
I hope they remember you, shark.
Orlington. No, I'm trying to not get hit by these things.
Everything's normal.
Shimbo.
Oh Okay.
consider this interview concluded.